I spend a lot of time in my garden, and chances are you do too if you have clicked on this video. So if you spend a lot of time gardening and doing things in your garden, it's likely that you'll be in this sort of a position all the time, or kneeling down a lot as well. And we can get pretty sore knees. Knees are pretty complicated things to fix once they are sore and aching. So one of the best things we can do at this point is make sure we've got really strong, really flexible knees. And there are some really great yoga poses that can help us to build this strength. So I invite you now to join me for this short practice to strengthen and move your knees so that you can be more resilient and have less aches and pains when you're busy in the garden. My name is Carrie, I'm from the Frog Project, and I'm excited to guide you through this short practice. So we'll begin standing here. Bring your feet about hip distance apart and give your shoulders a nice little roll. Take a moment or two to soften into the knees, soften into the ankles, and maybe take a breath or two, just noticing how you feel. Good, and it's really important in any yoga posture that we're building from the ground up. So take a moment to notice the feet and perhaps rocking a little bit side to side or forward and back, and just feel a good connection between your feet and the ground. Then building into the lower legs, into the knees, and just making sure things feel sturdy, but also nice and supple. We'll take a big breath in, raise the arms up, lift up the heels and stretch through the whole body. And as you exhale, gently lower the arms, gently lower the heels at the exact same time. 2 more, big breath in, lift up. And a long breath out, lowering down. 1 more time here, big breath in, lift all the way up. And exhale, slowly release the arms, release the heels, nice and soft into the shoulders. Now this first pose we're going to do is called kneeling prayer pose, and it's one of my favorites. Bring the feet together, maybe big toes touch if that's okay with you. Your ankles will be slightly separated. Bring the palms together. As you breathe in, lift your chest towards your thumbs, and then slowly lift the heels. Using your toes to lift you up, coming onto tiptoes, is really great for building strength in and around the knees, the calves, the thighs. Draw your belly in, soften your gaze on a point in front of you. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to bend the knees and slowly lower the hips down towards the heels. Keeping your back as straight as you can, keep your belly drawn in. Hold here for a moment. And then we're going to try this fun little trick. See if you can lower both knees down to the ground. If not, you can go one at a time and then bring them back up. Press into the toes as you bring yourself all the way back up to stand. And exhale, heels down. Don't worry if you make a little mess at one point or another. And let's do it again. Breathe in, palms together. Lift up the heels. Concentrate as you lower everything down. Nice and strong, pause. Lower the knees, lift the knees, and come all the way back up to stand. Lower the heels down, great. You'll be starting to feel this a little bit in the feet, the heels, the knees. Let's do one more, palms together, slowly lift yourself up. And exhale slowly all the way down. Nice and strong, steady your gaze. Press your palms together, lower your knees down. And then lift your knees back up. And slowly bring yourself all the way to stand. From here, lower the heels, lower the arms, separate the feet. And just take a moment to feel everything that you can feel. Feet supported by the ground there, legs nice and warm, fired up. Good. And then gently bring your feet slightly wider. Bring the heels and the toes out. We're going to come into a squat. This is a really nice pose. Breathe in, lift up through the arms. Breathe out, lower everything down. Really great for the knees and for the hips. Now, squatting can be sometimes a little bit tricky if there's tightness in the hips. So a really nice trick can be, instead of holding yourself in a rigid, still position, to bring a little bit of movement here, side to side. This is true in yoga. This is true in all parts of life. Maybe dropping one shoulder down inside of a knee. Take the opposite arm up. And then lower back down through the center and lean as you open the other side up. And then maybe coming back to the center here, taking your time. Perhaps bringing the palms together. A nice breath in. And then slowly bring the hands down as you release the legs. Coming into a little forward fold here to stretch out the calves, stretch out the hamstrings. Head and neck nice and soft. Good, and then bend into the knees. Bring everything all the way back up to stand. Bring those feet back together this time. Arms down by your side. Little soften through the shoulders. Palms forward. Good, and we're going to do one more big breath in. Bring your hands down to the heart. Inhale, lift the toes, lift the heels. Exhale, lower everything down. Well done. This time we're going to stay on the ground. So your knees are on the floor here. I'll just spin around so you can see. And all of your toes are tucked. Taking this nice toe stretch now for a breath or two. If it becomes too strong, you can bring your hands onto the thighs or start to crawl the hands forward. Shifting the weight will give you a little bit of release. Really good for your feet, good for your legs, good for your knees. And then when you've had enough of this, slowly lower the hands down, bring them in front of you. Give your toes a little tip tap on the floor. And then walk your knees forward, bring your hips to your heels and take a breath or two here. Good. And then the next pose we're going to do, you can do with both legs or with one leg at a time. I'll show you the single leg variation in case that's more helpful for you to start, and then you can try the double leg variation if that's better. So bring your left leg out in front of you, sit yourself down on the floor, and then bring your right heel to the outside of your right thigh. Top of your foot's on the floor, knee is pointing away from you. You can bring the hands back behind you if this feels nice. And little opening through your belly, through your chest. Now it might be nice to have a few cushions behind you, maybe a bolster. Perhaps you lower yourself down onto the hands, drop the head back. Or if there's space, maybe you even lower all the way down to the floor. Or if it feels better, you just come up to sit for a few more moments. Good, and then lean onto that right foot. Bring your left leg in and we'll try the same thing on the other side. So slide that leg out in front of you. Sit yourself down on the inside of your left foot, left heel. Same thing, top of the foot's on the floor, knees pointing away. And then maybe crawl your hands back here. Take a breath or two into the belly, into the chest. Good, if there's space, maybe lower down onto the forearms, drop the head and neck back. If you like, you can grab your cushion or bolster. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Lean into the right side, bring that left leg out in front of you, giving yourself a little massage, a little squeeze, a little rub. And then we'll try both legs together if you wish. I'm just going to grab my bolster. And this will help give some support to the upper body if things feel a little bit tight. So you can do this with a bolster, you can do this with a couple of cushions from your bed, anything you like. So bring the bolster behind you, then bring yourself back into this nice kneeling position. This time lower your bottom down inside of your feet, heels up, tops of the feet down. Have your bolster behind you as you slowly lower all the way back. You can let your arms rest down by your sides, or if it feels nice, stretch them up overhead, or just open them out to the side and get a bit of a chest and rib cage opening at the same time. So just see how things feel here and take a few easy breaths. Maybe close your eyes. Good. And when you're ready, slowly coming out of this one, press the hands down into the ground. Lean onto one side to stretch one leg out. Lean onto the other to stretch the other leg out. Now we'll do a forward fold just for fun, just to end our practice. If you've got your bolster, why not bring it onto your legs? Lean back, take a big breath, open up. And as you exhale, soften all the way forward. Let your head and neck be heavy. And take a few easy breaths. And when you're ready, slowly sitting back up, take your time, coming into a nice easy cross or anything else you like with those legs. And just take a moment or two to notice how you're feeling. And when you're ready, you can bring the palms together. Take a big breath in. And then a long breath out. Opening your eyes when you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me. Here's to strong knees and lots of gardening and all of the fun stuff. Let me know how this was for you, if you have any feedback or questions, or maybe some exercises that you do which help to keep your knees strong and movable. And if you enjoyed this short sequence and you fancy some more yoga with me or with any of the wonderful teachers here at the Frog Project, we have a 15-day free trial and we have 20 live classes every week online, so you can join us, join the community. There's lots of gardeners there and you might make some friends as well. Click on the information below. We will answer all of your questions and I hopefully will see you soon. Bye for now.